What's going on, guys? I swear I'm not gonna keep y'all long today, man. I'm just I get this season over with, bro. Um, Now my mind is focused on getting me something to eat. But honestly, man, this team immediately afterwards, Atlanta was gonna go 3-0. This team is bad. It's bad. This team is awful. Mooney, pack him up. Pack Mooney up, man. Mooney don't need to be here next year. Period. Kyle Pitts drops another contended ball. We got wide receivers that can't catch. We got riddle me this. Why isn't the special teams coach not fired, bruh? Y'all fired the wide receivers coach. Then y'all cut Ray McLeod, but this motherfucker's eight, bruh. This team is terrible. It's terrible. It's terrible. They're spamming Bijan Robinson. They're playing. Let me get my bearings. Zach Robinson is playing Bijan Robinson like he's fucking playing Madden. 192 yards, fantastic. We lost against the team that has won 2 games all year, and they're on their backup quarterback. Atlanta did everything in their fucking power to give the Jets this game, bruh. Everything. I don't know why we keep winning the coin toss and accepting the ball like we're world beaters. All right, man. It's only so much you can take a fan base through, bro. It is only so much you can take a fan base through. I'm being fucking honest right now. We got 5 games left. 5 games left, bro. I'm borderline, almost to the point to where I don't even want to watch this shit anymore. This is terrible, and it's all now. Mike Hughes gave up. I don't get it. Every fucking Sunday, you can miss all 3 quarters of the football game. All 4 quarters are the same with us. I'm tired of watching this. I'm fucking tired of watching this. I'm tired of it, bruh. This was worse than the Smith era with less weapons. I'm like, bruh, how Raheem Morris doesn't need to even be mentioned for a fucking head coaching job for the rest of his goddamn life. This is how bad this team is, bro. This is how fucking awful this team is. We got a terrible head coach. We got a terrible offensive coordinator. And now when they get fired, oh my goodness, bro, you better get a fucking coach in here that knows who he's doing. You better get a fucking coach in here that knows what he's doing. Because you're going to be without a quarterback for half the goddamn year. Then the very next year, Michael Penix's agent is going to be talking about a goddamn extension. So you're going to have to decide what you're going to do in that situation. But in the meantime, you got to get a quarterback in here for the beginning of the season. Kirk Cousins ain't it. He overthrew a wide open Mooney, which to me, that don't mean shit. Because Mooney gonna fumble. This motherfucker gonna drop the pass. If I'm the front office, I'm Drake London sitting down for the rest of the season, bro. I'm not risking getting my number 1 guy hurt to a lost season. This season is lost. I told to the people that said we can run the table, I told y'all this was not gonna happen. You can't fucking trust this team. You can't trust the offense to do shit. They punted 4 times, bro. 4 fucking times right out the gate. Why are you electing to receive the ball when your offense comes out flat every fucking game? But now you lost to the Jet, bro. And oh God, it's hard to be a Falcons fan, bro. It's hard being a Falcons fan because you know Arthur Blank ain't going to do shit. He's not going to do anything. He's not going to fire this guy. Every time we get to this point, they always pan it over to Bijan Robinson. You have to fucking set a standard, man. How do I got 192 fucking yards and we lose to a team that only won 2 games all fucking year to a backup? If I'm Bijan, I'm not bullshitting, bro. Y'all got 1 more year. I'm going to want out. When it comes time for me to extend, I'm going to want the fuck out. If I'm Bijan, I'm on that type of time. Either y'all going to break the bank to keep me here or fuck y'all. I'm going somewhere else. This team, this organization does not want to fucking win. This is a human yacht for Arthur Blank. Nothing more, nothing less. It prints fucking money for him. That's all he cares about. It's a human yacht. He's got a football team. Just say he got a football team. This man hasn't made a single fucking move in the coaching position since he bought the team. All these guys are first-time goddamn guys, first-time head coaches on the job. Every single one of these fucking hires. And y'all trying to tell me this is a guy that wants to fucking win a ring? Get the fuck out of here, man. Get the fuck out of here. This team ain't gonna start winning until this motherfucker either gives up the reins or drops dead. He does not care. If he did, Raheem would have been fired a month ago. Zach, at the minimum, would have been fired. He does not care. He doesn't. This is what it's going to be for the remaining 5 games. If you thought playoffs, you can forget that. I forgot that about a month ago. This team is doing everything in its power to lose games. From the play calling, these players, bro, sit Mooney down. Sit Mooney down. At this point, I'd rather y'all call somebody up from the practice squad than to see Mooney sit here and just absolutely just not care about playing ball. I don't want to hear a goddamn thing about it. This man's dropping balls sitting in his lap. I can understand, well, I can't understand Sills dropping a pass, but I knew we were going 3 and out. I fucking knew it. I knew it. Because this is what Atlanta does. But at this point, I can't blame Raheem. He should have been fired. I can't blame Zach Robinson. He should have been fired. I can't even blame none of these trash-ass players that don't want to play anymore. I'm putting this solely on the front office. Because when you go back and look, since Arthur Blank has acquired the team, look at the head coaches he's picked. Look at the head coaches he walked right past. And guess what? I'd hate to piss y'all off even more. We're going to get a first-time head coach next year. This is his MO. He likes yes men. He likes guys he can control. He likes guys that get thrown under the bus when it should be him. Notice, everybody's putting the blame on Raheem, which we should have. But to be honest, he should have never got the job. Let's start there. He should have never got the job. Dude, I'm picking Bill Belichick 10 times before I even look Raheem Morris's way. This guy comes in with a losing record as a coach. Y'all didn't like him enough to keep him when he was an interim head coach after you fired Dan Quinn. Y'all didn't give Raheem Morris a chance. in the offseason, y'all went and got somebody else. This is family. It is the organization. And it's time we put Arthur Blank under the fucking blade. Period. It's high time. Raheem to me, I know he's gone after the end of the year. Let's start focusing on Arthur Blank and who the fuck he's going to pick as a head coach. Family, I can guarantee you it's going to be another first-time offensive or defensive coordinator. This man simply he does not care. The Falcons print money for him when it comes to merchandising. It prints money. That's why Arthur Blank ain't really fired up about getting a goddamn person in here, and you're going to need it for the next offseason. You got 5 picks. You don't really have a quarterback unless you plan on holding on to Kirk Cousins. And that right there, I'm not really cool with. So now you got to go look for a temporary quarterback until your quarterback that you picked in the top 10 gets healthy. And then he's got to learn a new playbook. This is why I told y'all guys, Zach Robinson should have been up out of here. Because Michael Penix is going to have to learn how to play. He's going to have to learn another playbook anyway. So why do you keep going? Now he's hurt. This is systemic, fam. This is systemic. And it ain't going to get no better. Honestly, fam, it's not going to get any better until you get a guy in here that can actually clean the shit up. Terry did all he could do. He did all he could do. This defense, that's him. That's him. These offensive pieces. But you picked the wrong guy, fam. Woo, boy. Woo. This team terrible, man. This team we are buns. We are buns. And the biggest issue of it all is we don't have a reason, player-wise, why we should be this awful. We don't have one. It's the coordinator. It's the head coach. We know this is an issue. But this is why I tell y'all, Blank don't care. Because Blank could have rectified this 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, by firing at least one of them. He decided to keep both. Fan base is calling for their necks. He still kept them. So that lets you know how much he gives a fuck about us. We losing games. It's not like we're barely winning games and we're calling for heads. We're losing. 2 years. Raheem Morris has been here. He's lost a whole month, a whole calendar month the first week, and then he lost a whole calendar month plus a week. He got worse. The team got better, and we got worse. But what Blank will tell you, well, we didn't see the need to fire him during the season. Thus, here we are. Fan base and suffered through another goddamn year. Full support. Full-throated support. But it's hard for us to be about the logo when the person that owns the logo ain't about the logo. And he ain't gonna fire Raheem after this one. In the last 7 games, you're 1-6. Your lone win came from the worst team in the fucking league. And then you lost to the second worst team in the league the very next week. In order to make the playoffs, you had to have all 3 games: Carolina, New Orleans, and the Jets. You went 1 for 2. That was even to consider playoffs. You wasn't making it anyway. But to even consider the playoffs, you needed all 3. You lost 2 out of 3. So at this point, man, I'm probably not watching next week. I actually wanted this. Oh, I wanted this game over with at the 5-minute mark. That's how irritated I was. I'm like, let's get this shit. I already know how this is gonna go. Let's go ahead and get this shit over with. This is how bad we are as an organization right now. I'm about as diehard as they come. I'm tired of watching this shit. So now I'm like, I got better shit to do next Sunday, honestly. I got better shit to do. I can miss all 3 quarters next week, walk into the 4th, we're going to be right where we usually are. This is how awful the team is, bro. And it starts up top. It starts up top. We got played, fam. I don't want to see, if I watch, I don't want to see Darnell Mooney next week. I don't. Get somebody from the practice squad to come up and take his place. Agnew shit, bro. Agnew has been an absolute joke. I've been saying this before he muffed that goddamn punt. He's been a joke. Special teams has been terrible. And this guy still has his job. Explain to me why you can't fire your special teams coach. Explain that to me. You fired your wide receivers coach literally for nothing. Fall guy. But on what planet do you keep this special teams coach and the special teams has been absolute butt cheeks? It's the organization, fam. I'm at this point, the Atlanta Falcons, to me, they got to earn their name back. From here on out, Atlanta to me will be known as the Atlanta Human Yachts. They got to earn that. They got to earn the Falcons' name back. They're the Human Yachts at this point. I am not calling this team by the name that they were given. They are the fucking Human Yachts. This team is a fucking joke, man. It is a fucking joke. Where everybody's get right. 2 wins, nigga. The Jets had 2 fucking wins. And you did. I mean, it's like, honestly, the organization is betting against this team. I've been talking about point shaving with Raheem Morris, but I think it might get deeper than this. Because Atlanta, it's the same game every week. Every fucking week. And it comes down to no matter who we play. No matter who we play, it keeps coming down to the 4th quarter, and Atlanta loses. The Jets go 3 and out. Atlanta says, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We're going to give you the ball back. Till y'all scored? Okay. Now we'll come out here and start doing some stuff. Okay, we scored. Oh, y'all got to punt the ball to us? Oh, don't worry about it. We're going to give you the ball right back. This has been, man. At this point, I don't want to see Drake. That's for other reasons. I want Drake as healthy as possible going into next season. I'm at a point now, I'm thinking about sitting Bijan too. Because y'all already running this motherfucker like he's in the Mutt League in Madden with the injuries turned off. If it were up to me, London ain't playing because we're not going to the playoffs. Drake's out for the rest of the year. I'm pulling Bijan. Because I saw what just happened to my fucking quarterback. He's gone until the middle of next fucking season. I'm not risking getting these guys hurt. And I'm keeping Kirk Cousins in because we fucking paying him. Mooney might as well be cut. I'm sitting Mooney down. I'm picking somebody up from the practice squad. I don't know what's going on with Casey Washington. I have no idea. But there'll be another receiver I keep Seals in. If we gonna lose like this, we might as well lose with our goddamn second and third string guys. But I'm not allowing Bijan to go in there and fucking get hurt. I'm keeping all these guys healthy. Fuck y'all. I don't need to see anything else from Drake. I already know your dog. I don't need to see nothing else from Bijan. I already know he's a generational talent. We playing preseason ball from here on out. Might as well. We're not going to the playoffs. This season is done. So that's what a smart fucking owner and a smart GM would do. Pull these guys. And for the people talking about, no, man, I keep him in. What if Bijan gets hurt next game? Then y'all be bitching about it. I'm putting all these guys in plastic until next year. This has been a fucking joke of a season. And I can talk like this because I've been standing on the fucking logo. This is fucking embarrassing what we got going on right now. Absolutely fucking, and it stinks at the top. We got a goddamn owner who don't want to win. He's just happy owning the team. Then we got another guy who's the CEO, who's really the puppet master behind everything. Blank won't fire him. So as an organization, we are fucked until Arthur Blank croaks. I hate to say it that way, but he's not going to sell the team. Fam, I'm keeping it 1,000 with you. I don't know what the coaching is going to look like next year or in the offseason. If things go down the way that they go down in Pittsburgh and they end up being one and done in the playoffs, they might let go of Tomlin. And guess who Atlanta ain't going to get? Let's just give a hypothetical. Let's just say Tomlin and the Steelers decide to move on like Andy Reid did in Philly. Let's just say that happens. Y'all think Atlanta gonna actually get Mike Tomlin? Really? Atlanta's had situations like this. And they went and got a first-timer. They've interviewed guys that had coaching experience. They went with a first-time hire. Atlanta ain't gonna go get Mike Tomlin. If Mike Tomlin, man, see, fam, this is how I know this team don't want to win. If I'm the GM, Mike, and we interview Mike Tomlin ain't leaving till he signs some paperwork. That's just the honest to God truth. He's not leaving Atlanta till he signs the goddamn paperwork. Whatever it is he wants, I'm going to give it to him. Because what we've done in the last 8 years hasn't worked. It hasn't worked. At least bare minimum, Mike Tomlin's been to the playoffs every goddamn year. But I'm tired. I'm tired of this, man. Dude, even in the Arthur Smith era, man. God damn, this was with less talent, bro. This is how bad Raheem Morris is as a coach. And Arthur Smith was a first-timer. Raheem Morris he was a head coach twice before he got to us. And I'm saying twice because he was an interim head coach. But I'm tired of the press conferences. I'm tired of waking up Sundays just knowing we're going to lose. But I be goddamned after this video, I be goddamned if they raise my blood pressure any more this year. I'm not doing it. They're not worth my blood pressure being high. The human yachts aren't worth my goddamn blood pressure shooting through the roof. So for the rest of the year, that's what I'll be referring them as. The human yachts. They got to earn their name back. Matter of fact, when I get off here, hold on, let me see if I can change this right now. Let me see if I can change it. God damn it, I can't. When I get off this live, I'm changing the goddamn name. The Human Yachts versus the Jets. And I will refer to them as that until the season's over with. It's crazy to think, as being one of the most diehard Falcons fans, they lost my respect. They have lost my respect. And we've been through some shit, man. They have officially lost my respect. But let me tell you what Atlanta's going to do. Atlanta's going to have Bijan playing next week. If I'm Drake, I wouldn't even blame Drake for saying, man, you know what? I just can't get right, man. Drake don't need to play no more this year. Here's the bad part about it. Drake's been so dominant as a wide receiver, he cannot play for the rest of the year and still lead the team in goddamn yards. Kyle Pitts had a decent game. And then the drops. I can't. Bro, if you're a receiver, move. Bro, these guys are just awful, man. They're just awful. They're awful. They are awful. And unfortunately, human yacht fans, we just gotta deal with it for the rest of the year. It's just the facts. And what I told everybody a couple of weeks ago is, why would you keep a guy when you know you're going to fire him at the end of the season? If you're going to fire Raheem Morris at the end of the season, what are we waiting on? That never made sense to me. What are we waiting on? But this is what they're waiting on. For the Falcons to start losing to 2-win teams. So what I would do with the human yachts, if I was running this fucking team, well, if I was running it, Raheem would have been gone. But I'm going to give you a hypothetical. This is how you turn this fucking team around. At the end of the season, you're going to fire Raheem. You're going to fire fucking Zach Robinson. I'm doing everything I can to keep Jeff Ulbrich. I'm doing everything I can to keep him. Because I don't want to switch up that defense. The way that defense is humming right now, I don't want to change anything with that. So I would say, hey, look, Ulbrich, man, if I got to extend you, bruh, I want you here. I'm keeping Ulbrich. The next coach that I bring in, they have to accept that. They don't have a better argument of, hey, I want my defensive coordinator. I'm not fucking up that side of the ball. What I need you to do is fix the other side of the fucking ball. And I'm bringing in a fucking coach, a guy that's done something. Any first timer, just simply because of the Rooney Rule, I'll interview you. You have no shot in hell being the coach. None. I am picking a fucking head coach that has coached before and that has won before. M. Gibson says the defense lost it. No, they didn't. Atlanta had an opportunity to go down there and score and end the game. They went fucking 3 and out. They went 3 and out. All the Jets did was tie the game. Atlanta had the ball with 2 fucking minutes to go, and they went 3 and out. So, yeah, I'm not any first timer. They off the radar. I don't give a fuck who y'all talking about. Baron Clint Kubi, I don't give a fuck. I don't want a first time. I do not want a first time anything, because since under Arthur Blank's tenure, that's all we've had. That's all we've had. First timers. That's all we've had. If you hire another one, you're borderline insane at that point. Give me a goddamn head coach that has some chops in this league. And then we got to figure out the quarterback situation. Now, at this point, I'm going to be 100. You get a head coach that has some tenure somewhere, that's done some things. I wouldn't be mad if he decided that Michael Penix wasn't his guy. By the time Penix comes back, he'll be on his third season. 3.5 at the way they're talking. And you know, these guys' agents like to negotiate in the fourth year. How on God's green earth can I extend a quarterback that hasn't even played a full season in 3 years? Now, I know what the plan initially was. Kirk was supposed to be the quarterback for 2 years, and then Michael Penix was supposed to take the reins. The problem with that logic now is Michael Penix has another ACL injury. And it ain't all his fault. Your offensive coordinator's cheeks. I get it. But I just can't trust that. I'm not talking extension in the fourth year. I haven't seen enough on him. So the interesting thing, Prod says, would you be upset if we miraculously signed Belichick? I think Belichick's fine at the college level, man. I don't think he's coming back up here for a while, especially, you know, there's been the relationship between us and him really isn't good. But at this point, I'd take Mike McCarthy over what the fuck we got now. But I'm gonna get me another wide receiver in here. That whether I gotta draft high to get another stable receiver. We need somebody on the other side of Drake London. So it could be very well next year might be a wash too, just simply because we're not going to have a quarterback. Kirk is not staying. That honeymoon has been over. And I can't really put this game on Cousins. But it's a 2-win team, man. You got to be better about that. That's all I'm saying. You got to be better about that. And they weren't. And they still haven't put up 28 points. Falcons are struggling to put up 28 points all season. You put up 28 points with a defense like this, you have a winning record. But yeah, I'm no longer losing my blood pressure over this team. I'm not losing my blood pressure over the human yachts anymore. I'm not. And that's an insult, by the way. I am definitely insulting this team at this point, and they deserve it. They absolutely fucking deserve it. You'll get your name back in the offseason. Right now, you are the human yachts, because that's the way Arthur Blank views y'all. He doesn't really view y'all as a team. And I don't think Arthur Blank is too nice. I just think he never really cared about winning. That would make sense why Rich McKay has all this pull. Because Arthur he never cared about winning. Never did. We went to the Super Bowl, lost that, and immediately picked Steve Sarkisian as our offensive coordinator, who, wait for it, never had experience at the NFL level. And our offense took a fucking nosedive the very next year. And then they fired him. And then they went back to a retread. Which is what Raheem Morris is, a retread. The man doesn't want to win, family. He doesn't. You look at the Colts. You look at how they run it now. That owner actually wants to win games. Making moves at the trade deadline, even though Sauce Gardner got hurt today. That's what you fucking do. Teams that are going for it all, they already have structure. We don't know what this team, for the last 2 years, we still don't know what the team's identity is. But if I'm Bijan, y'all better get a goddamn coach in here that knows what he's doing. Because after I'm out. I'm done. I'm fucking done. I'm not gonna do it like Julio did it, but I'm out of here. I want out. Now, mind you, they could force Bijan to stay because we do got the 5th-year option, and then we could franchise him. But I'm behind the scenes. I'm letting these motherfuckers know I don't want to be here. Y'all fucking wasting my talent. We're doing to Bijan what the Giants did with Saquon Barkley. And look at the Giants. They haven't really been shit since Eli left. Actually, before he left. But what the Giants can boast is they got 2 of them chips. They got 2 of them chips under Eli. We can't boast shit. But watch this organization do everything I said not to do. Bijan will be playing next week. I'm more concerned at this point about Bijan's health because he's taking some hits. He is taking some fucking hits right now. And what good is that if you're losing? You have a fucking offensive coordinator who's reckless by nature. And this is kind of showing me, man, Terry probably never had any real pull in that front office. Because if he did, he'd be echoing the same shit I'm echoing now. I don't know if Tampa Bay won. I don't know if Carolina won. I actually hope Carolina wins the division. But it's over. If they won and it's over. There's no use. Even if we ran the table, we'd have like a 72% chance. Oh, they both won. It's a pull them. There's no reason Bijan should be playing next week. And I know a lot of people, they gonna give me some criticism for that. Oh man, see, that's just for you play to win. Fam, they're playing to win and they're losing. Now they're playing for nothing. So I'm not gonna risk them getting hurt. I'm not gonna do it. And these are staples of the team. Drake gonna be here. Bijan gonna be here. I'm not taking the risk. I'm simply not doing it. Because if they fucking get hurt, y'all are gonna be on here bitching about it. I guarantee you, you'll be on here bitching about this shit. Drake tears an ACL, Bijan tears an ACL. We ain't seeing them till the middle of next year. Y'all gonna be bitching about it. So instead of bitching about, I can understand y'all bitching about it, and these guys are healthy. Have at it. They on the sideline healthy. You can bitch all you want to. Don't bitch if these guys get hurt. Because they're playing for nothing at this point. Lisa, what's going on? She says, I'm okay with sitting the starters because the playoffs are not happening this year. Yeah. It makes no sense. It ain't even about playing for pride. That's gone. All I care about at this point is getting to the fucking offseason. If you don't fire Raheem, that's cool. I won't watch next year. I already made that statement. I won't watch next year. Because there's zero reason why you should keep this guy. Zero. But watch what I tell y'all. Watch what I tell y'all. They are going to hire another first timer. We're the Atlanta Human Yachts, man. We're only on the field because it makes the owner money. And I had to actually, and I've called them the Human Yachts before, but I actually had to dig into that shit. Man, you go back and look at Arthur Blank's tenure. This man never cared about winning. Never. He got lucky a couple of times. Outside of that, and we've had players come through here. We've had generational players come through here and still haven't been able to accomplish it. We got Steven Jackson too late. We got Todd Gurley too late, ironically from the same fucking squad. We go after players when, they're no longer valuable to another team. The only thing I'm glad we dodged was that Deshaun Watson sweepstakes. But then we had to sit on Marcus Mariota and Desmond Ridder. Both bun quarterbacks. Then we get a goddamn quarterback in here who goes 6-3, looks like we're going places, and then he injures his shoulder and hides that from everybody. He turns into a buns quarterback. We then lose for a month straight and barely got past the Raiders against the quarterback that we had that was buns. Then we start off this year with our quarterback playing exclusively in shotgun or exclusively in pistol, only to find out, he could have been under center this whole fucking time. Because that's exactly what they did when Michael Penix got hurt and Kirk Cousins came in. Didn't see too much pistol today, did you? Most of it was under center. So I'm like, bro, this guy, we are so dysfunctional as a team, man. We are so dysfunctional, bro. Anyhow, I feel like I got to get me something to eat. This, you say these losses can't get any worse, and then Atlanta did everything in their power to lose this game. Everything. They did absolutely, and I got these games on VOD too. So now I'm actually going back and watching these games to see if we're throwing them. Because it can't be like this every Sunday, bro. I just simply, even the bad teams get absolutely decimated. Every Sunday, you can miss the 3 quarters, walk in on the 4th, and it's virtually the same. But I don't want to see Bijan next week. I don't want to see Drake. I don't want to, and when I say Bijan and Drake, they're done for the season. They're done. I know they're competitors. I know they want to play, but what I'm simply going to tell them is this: I can't risk you getting hurt. I can't. I need you healthy for the next season. Because we're not going anywhere. This season is over. People say we're not we might be mathematically out of the fucking playoffs at this point. 5 games to go. You've only won 4, so the best you can do is 9. And you're going to lose some of these games coming up. But Raheem is what he always was, a fucking loser. So this shouldn't really surprise us. He's a loser as a coach. So he's just basically showing you in the 2 years he's been our coach, he's just basically showing you what he actually is, a fucking loser. Believe it when you see it. But at this point, man, I'd be eyeballing guys like McCarthy. Shit, I'd be eyeballing guys like John Gruden at this point. Because the one thing you at least know about them is they got a ring. There was a season where they actually won something. We're hiring guys that ain't won shit as coaches. Nothing. Because it's their first time. You look at the opposing coach. You look at Aaron Glenn. They're not playing to win. That's why they got off Sauce Gardner. They're not winning anything this year. That was probably the original plan when they hired him. Team's been a dumpster fire. So listen, we're going to go ahead and unload. We're going to retool. They probably gave him, a good 2 or 3 year, about 3 or 4 years to get the Jets right. Raheem came in with shit already in place, and he still managed to fuck up. But that's what I'm doing, fam. I don't care what nobody says. I'm sitting them down. And when I sit them down, I'm making a statement also. But I'd hate to see in the next 5 games we run Bijan out there and Bijan gets hurt. Because there is definitely a possibility with the work rate that we use Bijan that he's going to get hurt. Then what? Let me tell you how fucked up that would be. He gets hurt, and the offensive coordinator and the coach that was there, they're fired. So there is no penalty for them. They're already out here. And now we got to deal with 2 of our goddamn players that we drafted in the top 10. And with a guy like him who uses a lot of cuts, a lot of jab steps, and all that other shit, bro, I can't risk it on a season where you ain't going no fucking where. And I just honestly, if I'm the GM, I'm telling, hey, fake an injury, go down and stay down. This is what we've come to as a team. And the man had 192 fucking all-purpose yards, and we lost to a 2-win team. And we're so cheeks right now as an organization. Nobody's even talking about Raheem getting fired after this game. Nobody is, because we've accepted that we're going to have to deal with this bullshit until the offseason. You have to bring in a coach who's done something with nothing, because they can do something with something. But this isn't Atlanta's way. Atlanta's way is they're going to interview those type of coaches. They're going to look right past them, and then they're going to hire a first-time coach. It's what we do. And as fans, we constantly go through this abuse every single fucking year. Every year we go through it, man. Every fucking year. And the older I get, the more exhausted I am. Because this is one of the reasons why I can't really watch college football on the same level. I I have one day. I'm peaceful Monday through Saturday. Stress-free Monday through Saturday. Because Atlanta puts me under so much stress on Sundays. I've had to learn how to let this shit go by Sunday night. Where it used to be, I used to let losses like this linger, fam. But then I came to the realization that Arthur Blank don't care about winning. So if he don't care about winning, why should I really super duper care about us losing? I'm not carrying this shit into tomorrow. Fuck them. I'll stand on the logo on Sunday. This is how we have to start approaching it as fans. We no longer need to go after Raheem Morris. We no longer need to go after Zach Robinson. We know they out the door. We need to immediately go after the ownership of this team. Because that's the reason why we're in these situations year in and year out. They pick safe. And they're picking guys that have no pedigree to them. You pick Arthur Smith. He has no pedigree to him. None. He was a coordinator of the Tennessee Titans. Okay, so the fuck what? Derrick Henry's still that dog. Again, Derrick Henry made him look good. In reality, just like Bijan is making Zach Robinson look good. You take them out the mix, they're trash. So as fans from here on out, that's who we need to start calling to the mat. Our fucking owner. Our owner and our shadow owner. And Rich McKay. That's who we need to start targeting right there. Man, I'm a hashtag no first timers going into the offseason. I don't want a first time fucking head coach. I do not. It's fucking insanity. It hasn't worked for us. Let's try something different. 8 seasons, haven't seen the postseason. 8. So everybody's got their chips stacked with the Bulldogs, and rightfully so. Because there's a winning culture there. The Bulldogs are who Atlanta wishes they were. But you know the difference between what happened in Georgia? Head coach. When Mark Richt was here, every single year without fail, Georgia was losing a game to a team they had no business losing to every fucking year under Mark Richt's tenure. Georgia was a good team. They just wasn't going to beat nobody. Then they went out and got Kirby back to back. And I'm sorry, they should have made the goddamn playoffs last year. That was some bullshit. But they went back to back. Now they right back in the SEC championship game. That's a winning culture right there. Now, I don't like the fact that Tech game the last 2 years has been way too close for comfort. They should be stomping the dog shit out of Tech. But it is what it is. We got the W. Now we sitting back at the SEC championship like, what's up? That's a winning culture over there in Georgia. And I'm not really super digging into Mark Richt. He just wasn't the guy that was able to get us over the top. But Kirby came from the winning side of things. Now he's terrible in these GMC commercials. Kirby Smart cannot cut a promo to save his life. You can tell that man reading off reading off a card. Come get you a GMC, the truck that works. Motherfucker ain't looking at the camera at all. But come Saturday, he the guy. The fan base is lost. They have lost trust in this organization, and that's sad. We don't trust the coach. We don't trust the coordinator. Shit, we borderline throwing Terry under the bus, even though Terry ain't calling a single goddamn play. Meanwhile, Rich McKay gets smile making millions of dollars a year. Yeah, that was my call. That was my call to let Belichick walk out of here. Yeah. But hey, you know, we can always bounce back. No, it don't work that way. If I'm a GM, honestly, if they let Terry Fontenot go, if I'm a GM, I honestly don't want to come to Atlanta. Because I'm absolutely positive these guys are walking in with cuffs on them. They don't have reign to do what they came to do. That's why Belichick wasn't our coach. They knew what time it was. Y'all giving up the draft room and every fucking thing. But I'm like, here's the issue I have. I'll give you a fucking team that'll prove my argument. There's been a team out here that's been absolute dog shit for a number of years. They've been through a couple of coaches. Didn't work. So you know what they did? They decided to try something different. So they went out and hired a guy that was retired, actually doing TV at the time, and Sean Payton. Sean Payton comes. Russell Wilson is under a deal. He makes it apparent this ain't my quarterback. So they had to swallow $80 million. They swallowed $80 million so he can draft Bo Nix. Bam, do you know they probably gonna win their division? They gonna win their division. And it took 3 years? I don't even think it's 3. I'll give you another example. Out there in New England, this was a guy we actually fucking interviewed. They had 10 wins. Out in New England, first team to 10 wins. God damn it. My bad, ma'am. I don't know why my mom calling me. Because she know how I am right now. But they had 10 wins. You know the difference between those two teams and ours? They went out and got proven guys in Mike Vrabel and Sean Payton. It wasn't their first rodeo. They had actually proven something. And we let Vrabel walk out the fucking door. Till this day, I'm not sure I'm going to be able to get any answers on this ever. But I don't know what Raheem Morris said in that interview that usurped Vrabel, that usurped Bill Belichick, all these. And he was the guy with the losing record. He was the guy with the losing record. That's the guy you're cautious, or you should be cautious about bringing in here. They let all these guys walk. That's what happens when you actually hire a coach that has done something in this league. But as long as we got blank, unfortunately, fam, that ain't gonna change. So I would actually be surprised. I would be surprised if in the offseason they actually hired a head coach, an actual head coach, not a first timer, somebody that's done some things. I'd be surprised. It's 90% of me, 95% of me is leading towards Atlanta going with another first timer. It's the trend. It's all Arthur Blank has done since he's been the owner. It's all he's done. So I don't expect them to switch up now. Those coaches require too much. They're not going to come here and be yes men to you. You ain't done shit as an organization. You can't tell me, okay, you got to do that. These are certain things. No, y'all haven't been to the playoffs in 8 seasons. You don't get to dictate terms to me. And this is probably the reason why y'all haven't been to the playoffs in 8 years. Because you keep handcuffing guys that you hire. So the only one that'll accept handcuffs is somebody that ain't done shit. Raheem hasn't done anything to earn a job. Arthur Smith did nothing to own a head coaching gig. Dan Quinn didn't do it. The Legion of Boom, they had some great players on defense. Mike Smith, another first timer. Jim Moore. All these guys were first timers, fam. It's been, when did he acquire the team? It's been more than 20 years. All our coaches, first timers. So he's not going to change who he's always been because he doesn't care about winning. He does not care at this. If he did, Raheem wouldn't be here. He don't care, fam. So somebody that's as diehard as me, man, I'm just learning to understand my piece is more important than this team. If y'all don't care, fine. I'm gonna back up a minute. I'm gonna still be on the logo. I might be on the outside chalk, but y'all don't even give a fuck. So why are fans losing their collective minds over ownership that does not fucking care? They're making money regardless. And then they'll have the audacity in the offseason to have motherfuckers calling you about season tickets. Buddy, I'm not paying for season tickets till you put a product out there that's worth seeing. It's just the facts. Man, true shit. One of the reasons why I stopped going to games is because I'd be pissed when we lost the way that we lost. Then I'd have to goddamn sit in traffic. Oh God, that used to drive me crazy, man. That used to drive me crazy. So I'm like, man, if I'm gonna be mad, I'm be mad. I'm be mad from the comfort of my house. I'm on that field of dreams tip. If you win, they will come. I'm on that tip. We need Ghost to start talking to the goddamn Arthur Blank. Because either way it goes, this man's rich. So if the team don't make the playoffs, who gives a fuck? He's still living his best life. He's not an owner that really cares about where. I kid you not. He's not. And this is an indictment on him. Jerry Jones cares about winning. Unfortunately, he cares about winning his way. But that doesn't negate the fact that he cares about winning. Arthur don't even care about that. They let Micah Parsons go. Now at the time, and I'm still like, you don't get rid of Micah Parsons. You don't. But Dallas making some noise. Now we know how this is gonna end in the playoffs. We know how this is gonna go, but they making some goddamn noise. Ain't nobody talked about Micah Parsons since. And Jerry is glowing in that. Jerry, how do you feel that the team is, you're beating quality teams and, people thought you were crazy when you let go of Micah Parsons? Well, some people are going to think that type of stuff, but I believe that we have a good team. We have a good quality team. I believe in Dak. We have a great offense, and we're going to continue to plug up. See, Jerry cares about his team. And I mean, the Cowboys are usually the laughing stock in the playoffs. But one thing I ain't never, ever thought about Jerry Jones is he doesn't want to win. The problem with Jerry, he wants to win his way. He can't get out of his own way. He wants all the glory to go to him, but he cares about winning. Can we honestly, right now, fam, as a collective, can we honestly say we really believe Arthur Blank wants to win? He hasn't shown none of that shit. Gone are the days him coming down to the sidelines in the fourth quarter. You're like, ooh, heads are going to roll. Man, miss me with that shit. Get you a fucking NFL head coach. And then we'll move from there. But from this point on, y'all done lost y'all title. Y'all are the human yachts. And I'm going to call you that with all fucking disrespect. All of it. Y'all don't, as an organization, y'all don't even respect the logo. So I'm going to disrespect this team at every fucking turn from here on out till there's some changes. And me, along with plenty of diehards, got every right to do that. So anybody that got a problem with that, that's cool. Y'all can miss me with it. I earned my stripes. I earned mine. Until this team learns how to love itself, I'm not going through this abuse no more. I'm throwing some of this shit back. Team don't even love itself. Ain't no pride in struggling with a two-win team on a backup. Ain't no pride in that. You supposed to stomp the dog shit out this team. And watch, the Jets will get their socks blown out next week. Watch what I tell you. They will get their socks blown off. But yeah, I'm with the shits for the rest of the season. This team is trash. And I'm gonna treat them as such. They're trash. They are the human yachts. And these players should be disrespected when I call them that. Y'all don't even deserve y'all name. And I kid you not, the minute I jump off this, I'm changing the title of this motherfucker. That's what I'm referring them as from here on out. Until they get some respect about themselves. Till they go out and say, you know what? We gonna beat the brakes off this goddamn team. And you can tell Raheem has lost the locker room. You lose to Carolina, you should be taking out all your aggression on these teams. Nope. Same team. Same buns ass team. But anyway, fam, I'm gonna get up out of here so I can get me something to eat and completely forget this game ever fucking happened. And start to de-stress myself. That's what I'm gonna do. I can guarantee you, next week I ain't gonna be on fire whether they win or lose. I'm gonna be as monotone as possible. I don't even care about this season no more. So with that being said and done, fam, I will holler at y'all next Sunday. They don't even deserve a midweek pod from me. Period. We'll reconvene next Sunday when we lose to whoever the fuck it is that we play to. But I can tell you right now how it's gonna be. We're either gonna get blown out or it's gonna come down to the fourth fucking quarter. I can already tell you how next week's game is gonna go. So that being said and done, fam, I'm about. Y'all have yourselves a good one.